All right, now let's jump to Sunday. Sunday, you have live fire level 1, live fire level 2. And I just want to tell people your live fire drills are not like, all right, make your firearm ready, aim, fire. It's, yes, you're going to start with some basic stuff in level 1, and then level 2 does advanced stuff. But you've done some things with us just in these live fire ones that I've practiced, but I'm not good at. Shooting from in close and presenting it forward as you're firing, and pulling it back as you're firing. Those simple drills. We did shooting out of vehicles last time, shooting around vehicles, putting yourself in a different stance. I was amazed at how many people could not shoot around an obstacle. I was amazed at how many people could not shoot from one knee. And I know you actually had a shooting from laying down at one point too, which is very difficult to do. You don't get to practice that at a range a lot. So give me your breakdown on level 1 and level 2.
Yeah, level 1 is just what it says. I was trying to think of a good word. Basic, beginner, novice. Those of you that are, I'm going to say new. I don't want to, and I don't mean you could be brand new, because level 1 is going to be just that. We're going to focus on the fundamentals. And as Jeff said, you talk to any athlete, and if you're a self-protection athlete, and that's what I think you are, the basics are what gets you there. When Jeff and I do jujitsu, he's a little more fancy than me, but the basics are what we focus on. And advanced stuff is just basics done faster and tied together, more transitions. And, if you've been shooting, and I expect both of these to sell out, and you can't get into level 2, come on to level 1. You're still going to get something out of it. We're going to go over things. Level 1 is just a building, a little more foundational, if you will, than level 2. Level 1, we're going to talk about, grip. Grip's important. Jeff and I did an online content thing on grip, different grips. You're going to have to focus on grip one-handed, because Jeff mentioned that in our room clearing thing. You're going to do things one-handed. So we're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on accessing your holster. I'm going to give you some ideas on pectoral indexing. It's kind of like Jeff was just demonstrating. Close quarter shooting, that's more in level 2. But we're going to touch on it, trigger management, follow through, reloading. Jeff and I did a video on that, on reloading. We call it emergency reloads, tactical reloads. I called it administrative reloads. Breathing, very important. Natural. So level 1 is going to cover all the foundational things, and then a few more things, like you said. It's just kind of building on it. We're going to work probably, depending on everybody. Everybody's different. Jeff mentioned kneeling. Look, I just had my 20th surgery. If you can't kneel, or you can't squat, and I'm going to focus level 1 on standing and squatting, just a level change. If you can't do that, you're still welcome. You're still going to gain benefit, okay? Because I know we're all of different ages, have injuries, whether pre-existing or something that happened, whatever. Everybody.
And our goal with that is to make sure that if you can't kneel or you can't do this, figure out an alternative that works for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So level 1, going to be a lot of things, not so much focusing on accessing your weapon from concealment. We're going to build on that. That'll be level 2. That's Sunday afternoon. Level 2 is going to be drawing and accessing your weapon from concealment. Again, that's something that's hard to practice in a lot of places. And I understand why. I don't agree with it, but I understand why. Weapon manipulation. I saw it today with young agents. And I see it when I'm teaching. You'll see it when you come to room clearing, is because we punch out and we shoot in this extended frame fashion most of our time at the range. When I ask you to move in confined spaces, we start swinging it, doing Charlie's Angels things and everything. I'm going to teach you how to manipulate your weapon. Jeff mentioned compressed. That's what I call it, extended. But how to manipulate your weapon based on your environment. We're going to get into kneeling and what we call urban prone. We're going to talk a little bit more in level 2 on cover, concealment, barrier, and barricade. Now you can see level 2 is some of the techniques that were coming out of room clearing, but now we're going to apply them safely with live fire. All right. So you're going to, if you can do both, man, you're really hitting it good. And then level 2 will also have multiple threats, multiple targets. And so it's a little more movement. We did some of the old Air Marshal tactical pistol course stuff with one of your groups. So multiple targets of distance and linearly too. So we're getting different staggered distances and things. So level 2 is just a little bit more quote unquote advanced than level 1. But if you're brand new, may I suggest you come to level 1. If you consider yourself new, or hey, I haven't done it in a while, please come to level one. And if you've been out there a while, but you're not sure of yourself, please don't be embarrassed about going to level one. Everybody is welcome here and everybody will get something. I don't want someone that's brand new to try to jump in. We'll do the best we can. But one thing Jeff and I don't have any disagreement of, or is very few things, but obviously we have different things with opinions of techniques and tactics now and then, is safety. If you jump into something just because you think you want to, especially live fire guys, and there's anything unsafe, we can't continue like that. Okay. So just be, assess yourself. We're not telling you what to do, but assess yourself. Level one's more foundational. Level two is a little bit more, quote unquote, tactical. Both going to be fantastic. And again, every time both are going to sell out. So.
Yeah. And I want to say level one is just not going to the range and do target shooting. You're going to be touching base on some things that cannot be done at the range anyhow.
Absolutely.
And I think I think anybody is going to learn off level one, not just a brand new person. So